2 Corinthians 11:13-15. I touched on this and I raced past it, but I did a little more digging here. I told you that there were false apostles in Paul's day. Deceitful workers transforming themselves into the apostles of Christ. And no marvel, for Satan transforms himself into an angel of light. Therefore, it's no great thing. Notice that. It's no great thing. Don't think, oh my goodness, this must be a big deal for these guys to do. No. It's not a great thing. Understand it that way. If his ministers, the word ministers is deacons. The same word we get the word deacons. His servants. Now, we're not called servants in Ephesians 2 when we're following the prince of the power of the air. We're just being influenced by him. We're not called as servants. So who are his servants? His ministers. But notice what he says. His ministers can be transformed as the ministers of righteousness. Transformed. Now, that Greek word transform means to change your form or your appearance. Now you say, well, that's probably the same thing Paul talked about in Romans about not being transformed, or not being conformed to the world, but be transformed. That's a different Greek word altogether. And that word simply means to change one thing for another. Don't be conformed to the world, but change your thinking into another way, which is in the mind, he goes on to say. He transformed into thinking. So he's not talking about transforming a physical appearance, but Paul here in 2 Corinthians is. So I proposed this last time, and I'll propose it again as I think more. Is it possible that the principalities and powers, that supernatural beings can change their form and take on human form? Nowhere in the Bible does it say they can't. And indications in the Old Testament where angels come down in the form of men. 3 angels came to Abraham and ate with him. How can angels eat? Unless they change their form into a human form. I think it's possible. And so, should it be any marvel to us if Satan's servants change their form into a human form and preach false doctrine? I believe it's possible. I think Paul is saying it's not only possible, it's happening.